Good, happy Sunday morning, July 18, 2021. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this Sunday morning edition of The Morning Show with Riley King, where we have a little bit of everything for you in this program. It's time to rise and shine, grab that good cup of coffee, sit back, relax, and enjoy this Sunday morning edition of The Morning Show with Riley King. Let's begin right now. We have a lot of news coverage to get to, so let's get started right now. First up, federal judge deems DACA program unlawful. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
Introducing Michelob Ultra Organic Seltzer. It's made with real fruit juice and is USDA certified organic. We're not full of hot air. New citrus Michelob Ultra Organic Seltzer. It's real.
Next, a major ruling impacting undocumented immigrants brought to the U.S. as children. A federal judge deeming the DACA program unlawful in its creation, saying President Obama exceeded his authority. President Biden calling the ruling deeply disappointing and vowing the Justice Department will appeal. Here's ABC's White House correspondent Mary Alice Parks.
Tonight, the White House promising to fight back and defend the DACA program that provides protection for hundreds of thousands of immigrants who came to the United States as children undocumented. A federal judge in Texas ruling that the program set up by former President Obama is unlawful. The new court opinion would not immediately impact those already in the program, but would bar the government from accepting new applicants. One of the thousands of lives hanging in the balance, 19-year-old Carla Mercado Dorado. She has lived in the United States since she was 2 years old. She applied for DACA for the first time in December, and her application is still pending.
Having that protection would mean that I can just breathe a little and not worry about that part of my life for a little bit.
President Biden today calling the ruling deeply disappointing, the Justice Department intending to appeal. And the Secretary of Homeland Security speaking out quickly, too, saying he's committed to ensuring that Dreamers do not face deportation and are allowed to continue to contribute to this country that is their home. Jose Munoz came to the U.S. from Mexico when he was just a baby. A DACA recipient himself, he advocates for immigration reform in the nation's capital.
The reality is that we're constantly going to be in a state of limbo until we have permanent legislation.
So let's get back to Mary Alice Parks there at the White House. Mary Alice, President Biden and former President Obama are now calling on Congress to act.
That's right. They agree that really new legislation is needed. And polling shows that the idea of providing pathway to citizenship for Dreamers is incredibly popular, even among Republican voters. Still today, President Biden suggested that Democrats consider going it alone if needed. Now, DHS says that it will continue processing requests for renewals for people that are already in the DACA program. Whit?
Mary Alice, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Desperate search continues aimed flooding in Western Europe. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
Now to the desperate search days into the devastating flooding in Western Europe. Receding waters revealing the true extent of the damage. This railroad bridge in Germany, one of the many collapsed structures. More than 160 people confirmed dead across Europe, dozens still missing. The German army now helping in the search for survivors. ABC's Maggie Rulli on the ground in Germany.
Tonight, a desperate search and rescue for survivors in Germany as the death toll surges from historic floods. At least 160 people dead, hundreds more missing.
There's so many people dead.
In the city of Erstadt, a massive sinkhole caused by landslides, swallowing up homes and buildings. You can see just how powerful those floods were. They came ripping through this highway. They flipped cars. They jammed these trucks next to each other. And now, army tanks are coming in here trying to pull these cars out. The German army deploying 900 soldiers into the hardest hit regions. In many places, the search turning to a recovery.
We fear that there might be losses, yes, but we do not know.
Days of heavy rain wiping away entire communities. His house swept away in the raging floods. A railroad bridge collapsing. Helicopters swooping in, plucking stranded residents from their rooftops. Firefighters standing on the top of their trucks to reach survivors. Officials say it's the worst flooding to hit this part of Germany in over a century.
I think it's a climate change because it's not normal.
And look at that water line. That bus was completely submerged. These were catastrophic and historic floods. And one local politician told us that poor city planning and climate change are to blame. What?
Those images just devastating. Maggie, really, thanks for your reporting tonight.
Hi, everyone. George.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Major chemical scare at popular Texas water park. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
Choosing the right college often comes with a lot of questions, and at York County Community College, we
Breaking news out of Texas tonight. Word of a major chemical scare at a popular water park. Video just coming in moments ago shows visitors leaving Six Flags Hurricane Harbor Splashtown in the Houston area after the incident this afternoon. Emergency responders report at least 34 people have undergone decontamination after an unknown chemical spilled into a pool area.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get...
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And we are going to switch gears now, and let's go into weather. Let's take a look at the weather across the United States for this Sunday. As you can see, up here around Boston, New Hampshire is all rain. And then along the East Coast, a little bit of dryness around Washington, D.C. and Virginia and Raleigh, North Carolina and New York. A little bit of showers, sprinkle of showers. Atlanta, some rain, and Charlotte, some rain. And then around Florida, some dryness. And then along here, you're seeing some rain as well. Mississippi, Alabama, New Orleans, dry, and some rain over here and here as well. And little bands of rain around California as well. Otherwise, dry, making your way around here. Dry, and some rain near Nebraska as well. And that is a look at your weather across the United States for this Sunday. Happy Sunday, everyone. And let's switch gears now. And let's take a look at this. Skincare videos are popular on TikTok. Let's take a look at that right now.
Now to secrets of TikTok skincare. Some of the most popular videos on the platform are about skincare. So we've enlisted a board-certified dermatologist, Dr. Whitney Bowe, to separate the do's from the don'ts. There's so much stuff on TikTok. You really do have to kind of go through it. So let's start with one of the hottest trends we're seeing right now, Gua Sha stones. The hashtag Gua Sha has more than 550 million views on TikTok. Is this a do or is this a don't?
Okay, so Gua Sha uses a beauty tool like this one to create a deep tissue massage. Now this is a do because it stimulates circulation and blood flow to the skin, the tissues beneath, which is healthy for the skin. It also temporarily helps with lymphatic drainage, which gives you a contoured effect on the cheekbone and the jawline. But those results are temporary. They only last about 1 to 2 hours. So despite what some of these TikTok videos might suggest, this beauty tool is not going to permanently reshape your face.
And if you spend an hour or two and it only lasts an hour or two, it's like kind of do an analysis of your time management there, right? Okay, and the next one, I know you have a special guest you're bringing in for this big trend to help us show this. Sunscreen contouring. Okay, what is this exactly? And what's your verdict on it?
So sunscreen contouring is using an SPF or a higher SPF only on certain spots like where you put a highlighter and then deliberately lying out in the sun so the rest of the skin gets darker. So it gives you a contoured effect without makeup. Now this is a don't because there's no such thing as a safe tan. So as soon as your skin gets darker from the sun, it's actually a sign of DNA damage. So I recommend applying an even coat of sunscreen, reapplying throughout the day, or, McLean, come on over here. So Eva, as you guessed, this is my daughter, my beautiful daughter, McLean, and she's wearing a sun protective bathing suit. So you guys at home might even recognize this particular look on McLean from a video that went viral on my TikTok channel with over 3.5 million views, thousands of comments, and a lot of questions asking about this fabric. So basically, in the label, what you're looking for is UPF 50+, which means that anywhere she's wearing this fabric, McLean doesn't have to apply or reapply her sunscreen.
Does that come in extra large?
Terrell wants one as well. Oh, and super helpful with kids because then you don't have to keep rubbing them with sunscreen all day long as they're in the pool and playing outside. So much simpler to use something like that. Another huge trend that I've seen on TikTok is dermaplaning. Break this down for us.
Right. So dermaplaning uses a single blade like this one to gently scrape away the uppermost layer of your skin cells along with your peach fuzz, what we call vellus hairs. So Eva, this is sort of a do with a caveat, okay? So it's a do if you can't live with your baby hairs. Like if you're one of those people who those hairs on your cheek, your upper lip drive you insane, then you can go ahead and do this, but you have to be so careful not to over exfoliate with this blade. So if you're gonna do it, light feathery strokes, no more than every 1 to 3 weeks max. And you never wanna do this on top of an active acne breakout either.
I also try to do that near my eyebrows and cut myself, so that there's a disclaimer there as well. Be careful.
Look out.
Dr. Bo, as always, so good to have you, and thank you for all those, all that advice.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robert.
Okay, great advice there. And let's take a look at this. Teenagers are stepping up and cashing in while companies scramble to fill jobs. Let's take a listen to that video right now.
The boon for teenagers in this recovering job market. Many businesses are relying on the younger set to get them through to better times. ABC's Deirdre Bolton has more.
Restaurants, amusement parks, retail shops, they all need workers.
Without them, we wouldn't be able to open our doors.
This summer, we've seen the largest number of teens employed here.
Economists saying this is the best summer in decades for American teenagers looking for work.
For almost 50 years, we've been seeing this continual decline in the portion of teenagers taking summer jobs. And like so many things over the past year, this pandemic has turned that trend up on its head.
The economy has rebounded much faster than many expected, and some businesses are overwhelmed by pent-up demand.
As we're reopening restaurants, hotels, retail stores, there's a sense among employers that they don't want to leave any money on the table this summer because they've suffered so much over the last 18 months.
Some adults are still wrestling with childcare issues or concerns about their health or the health of someone they live with.
Teens have stepped in to fill this gap while older workers remain either unwilling or unable to enter the workforce.
For teens, greater demand equals higher wages.
I get paid well, and then with tips too, that's always really nice.
Employers like Alonzo Solis, who runs a tropical smoothie franchise, are competing for workers. And even small businesses feel pressure to add benefits.
I give the kids free food at times. I'm trying to see what I can do to actually to get these kids to stay, these teenagers. Another thing that I've been doing is tuition reimbursement. People that are working 30 hours or more, I'm trying to do everything I can to keep employed.
For teenagers, many seem happy about making money and being sought after, and for the work experience.
Yeah, so I'm a shift lead, and I'm just making smoothies, making food. I have to close the store. I'm very thankful to have a job, and a good job.
As for what teens in the workforce means for the economy, most experts agree it's a net positive.
We can speed up the recovery while also making sure that teenagers are earning a paycheck.
Once late August comes, some small businesses may feel the crunch as older teens go to college. Win.
All right, Deirdre Bolton for us. Thank you.
Well, hey there, GMA fan.
Okay, and there you go. And we are going to switch gears now and let's go into some entertainment news. And in entertainment news, Blake Shelton calls wife Gwen Stefani by her new last name during first post-wedding. Let's take a listen to that video from Entertainment Tonight.
Who could have known that the right food could help your best friend live their best life?
Yeah, Gwen Stefani singing and Tisha Mingo.
Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani are hitting the stage for the first time as a married couple, and Gwen's first time as Mrs. Shelton.
It's one of those once-in-a-lifetime, moments.
On Thursday, the newlyweds hit up Ole Red, a bar Blake owns in Oklahoma, for an intimate performance. The low-key duet had fans totally hyped, but what really caught everyone's attention is how Gwen reacted to Blake's introduction.
Yeah, Gwen Stefani singing and Tisha Mingo.
Yup, you heard her, Gwen Shelton. The couple then kicked off their surprise performance, singing several of their hits, including Gwen singing her band, No Doubt's Don't Speak. And like a true perfectionist, she directed the band to make sure she could sing it just right. Of course, once everything was right, the Grammy winner did not disappoint, as her new hubby supported her while playing guitar in the background. Blake and Gwen tied the knot earlier this month in a very intimate ceremony, also in Oklahoma, officiated by their pal and host of The Voice, Carson Daly. And back in April, Gwen told Seth Meyers that a small wedding was really all she ever wanted.
Keeping it very simple, really simple. The guest list will not have a lot of musicians. It's gonna be like my mom and my dad. Just literally gonna be just family. And we are looking forward to that though. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna make it really fun, but it's not gonna be a big it's not like the queen and king are getting married.
A source told ET at the time, it was absolutely a picture-perfect intimate wedding with family. Everyone at the wedding was so thrilled to see Gwen and Blake finally get married. The couple married 6 years after unexpectedly finding love while working as dueling coaches on The Voice. And ever since, the pair has never been shy about their love for one another.
I think somebody that can make you laugh constantly is very sexy, and somebody that is, humble, kind, down to earth, selfless, talented, on the top of their game. Should I keep going?
Both of our lives have basically fallen completely apart, and little did we know it happened to both of us at the same time, and we bonded over that. And then so somewhere in that that time of just darkness it ended up being the greatest moment of my life, so it's amazing. It truly is.
Another source told ET at the time, they've been so careful because they've had their hearts broken, and this wedding made everyone feel like dreams do really come true. They have both been through a lot and deserve to find each other. They were meant to be a couple in every way. Congrats to Blake and Gwen Shelton.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that does it for this Sunday morning edition of The Morning Show with Riley King. Thank you for joining us and have a great rest of your Sunday. Goodbye, everyone.